I mean, look at Epstein and all his associates. I
Right.
mean, the fact that Epstein got any, conviction on him is really pretty shocking considering how much influence he had.
Why do you think nobody else is being prosecuted regarding Epstein? Like, what is going on there? Do you think it's a level of national security that, and it's almost, chips that we have that we need to play, and it's not something that needs to be exposed, but it's something that they can use for control?
You mean because of the international?
Whether it's international, whether it's political, high-powered people, and basically it's kind of a bargaining chip that, whether it's the Mossad or the U.S. government, whoever's, behind him is protecting the information so that it can still be used. Because once the bell is rung, it's rung. And there's no longer, any power to the knowledge. But
Right.
before that, you can use that as leverage really for anything. I mean, of course, that's just a theory. A lot of people call it a conspiracy theory, but, or, on the other hand, I've also heard, well, these are just photos, these are just emails. There's actually no proof. But then you have the victims that come forward and say, this is what happened to me. And I remember it was with this person. We had, a whole series of those tips also that I read through. And I will say, I mean, some of them, you wonder, okay, anybody can call and say something happened. Could you verify that that person was on a flight log on the island? Because you also don't want people just, calling, making things up just to get a story out there. So it seems like it would have to be corroborated and proved in some way. Is, a photo of a person on the island along with their story enough to prove that, they were sexually assaulted by a specific person? I don't know. I'm just...
Yeah. So I was talking about this the other day on a couple different interviews. What the DOJ has said is that there's not enough evidence to convict. But they haven't even begun to investigate. My understanding is that I believe these files are full
What does investigation entail? Like, what are they not doing?
Right. So these files are full of reasonable suspicion, which is all of your law enforcement needs to open a grand jury investigation.
Reasonable suspicion, is that the same as probable cause or different?
No, it's lower.
Okay.
It's like not using your blinker, and the police are, speeding. Blinker's a terrible example. It's enough to get you pulled over by the police.
Okay.
And then, does your car smell drugs of certain type? Okay, well then that's enough to get your car searched. And then probable cause to arrest. So I think there is enough to impanel a grand jury and start doing grand jury subpoenas, grand jury testimony, which will all be secret.